And a monkey flipping Craig Stevens launched across the ring. It's the power I've talked about with a standing power slam. And Craig Stevens took a bit too long. Comes out the corner, Ron's got him up. And hits the mega driver. And Sharp ran into O'Raw. He is the big strong man. And you saw it, and you can see it. O'Raw moved and nails him with a spear and got kicked right in the face. Dog splash. Hooks the leg. Hang on! It's Big Musso! It's the heavyweight champion! And he nails Looking Sharp with that chair, saving Ewan O'Raw, the W3L heavyweight champion. Didn't even lose in the building. In the background is Bobby Roberts. And Musso doesn't realise. Oh, he ducks. Oh, and he clotheslines Bobby Roberts over the top rope. Mike Musso standing tall in the ring. Roberts sent to the floor. Looking Sharp sent to the floor. These three men are going to collide in the main event of Wrestlution 14 for the heavyweight championship.
So I'm asking everyone if they can just give me some information, anyone at all, if they can just give me some information. Yeah, there's been a theft in W3L. My Wrestling Showdown Championship has been stolen, so if anyone's got any information that can help me find my championship, I would gratefully you can do that. Have you seen it? Did you take it? Right. Okay, so please be on the lookout for a thief tonight, alright? Okay? Yeah. Good stuff.
Hey everyone, and welcome along to Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L network. Thank you as always for joining me. Thank you for hit subscribe. If you're not, please consider doing so. This helps the channel grow and of course be notified every time we bring you anything here on the W3L network. Now we have just seen Kevin Williams at ringside. He's still handing out flyers, still trying to find that missing Wrestling Showdown title, and he wants it back because we've got Wrestlution 14 on the horizon. Yes, only a couple of weeks to go. It's Saturday 16th of October when it all goes down in Dunfermline. Williams wants to be there with his championship belt, and it is already going to be an amazing event. We have announced a couple of matches. We've got loads more to announce. And speaking of Wrestlution 14,
it is a time of great change within the Scottish wrestling scene, and I, the very good Mr. Ewan G. Mackey, must adapt to change. And you all know I can, for I am one, but my shapes are many. You can now call me Captain Ewan G. Mackey, Goblin of the Seas. And you'll no be making a monkey out of me. Oh no, my little swashbucklers. That's right, I'll be shivering your timbers. If you thought I was a rogue before, you ain't seen nothing yet. And there's far too many individuals out there in the Scottish wrestling scene who think they're big, bad, roustabout, swashbuckling scoundrels. But I've been in this game for a while now, and I know all the dirty tricks. So don't get on my bad side, because you wouldn't want to be walking my plank. Oh, my hearties! Now let's set sail and see what adventure we find. I promise you there's going to be some booty to get your hands on.
Yes, the Goblin of the Seas, Captain Ewan G. Mackey, has said he'll be sailing into Dunfermline and has confirmed his attendance at Wrestlution 14. Who's he going to be facing? I'll tell you that a little later on, so don't go anywhere. I'll also run down the entire Wrestlution card as it currently stands. This is already going to be an amazing event. When I tell you these other matches, you are going to love it even more. So much still to come. Of course, you should make plans to come and see us in the film because tickets are going very quickly. And what about the next day? Yeah, the day after, we're in Grangemouth. We're going to have all of the Wrestlution Fallout, so don't miss that one. Come along to that as well. Let me quickly thank our sponsors for these events. Cushy's, the Indian restaurant in Dunfermline, are of course co-sponsoring Wrestlution 14, and the fantastic Crafty Connoisseur. Well, they sponsor all of our live events. Please show both of these businesses some of your love and support. Tell them that we said hello. And of course, if you or somebody you know would like to sponsor a W3L event or two as we travel up and down the country providing live pro wrestling, get in touch. Let us know and we'll see if we can make that happen. Speaking of Wrestlution 14, we saw right here on Showdown last week Mike Musso, who's of course in the main event in Wrestlution 14. He made a surprise appearance, saving Ewan O'Raw from looking sharp in a steel chair. Mike Musso has been out with a back injury, an injury so serious he's not been able to compete on our live events. But he has been doing everything he can to rehabilitate himself. He wants to go into Wrestlution 14 in the best physical shape possible, but it's certainly not been easy for him. Let's take a look at this.
20 years of professional wrestling has taken its toll on the body of Mike Musso. Upon returning to action, it became evident that the rumours were true, and the champion was not at 100%. It transpired that Mike Musso had been seen by back specialists at a medical facility in Dunfermline, and following an MRI scan, diagnosed with narrowed disc space and a crushed disc in his back. Both Bobby Roberts and Looking Sharp took full advantage and injured the champion further with their eyes on Mike Musso's W3L Championship. Musso's attention has now turned to the gym and the intense rehabilitation of his injured back. The question remains if the heart and will to remain champion will be enough, as Musso gets set to return to face two challengers desperate to take his championship. And it all goes down at Wrestlution 14.
Mike Musso has said that come hell or high water he will be there in Dunfermline for the main event at Wrestlution 14. Will he be at 100%? He's certainly doing everything he can to give himself the best opportunity, but will it be enough to get past Bobby Roberts and Looking Sharp? You'll find out by being there at Wrestlution 14. And speaking of our biggest event of the year, it's an event everybody wants to be part of, including these two men. Saqib and Ewan O'Raw both want to be part of Wrestlution 14. Hell, who doesn't? And they know that a victory over each other in the match we're about to see will help propel them up the rankings and will give them a better opportunity to be part of our biggest event of the year. So they're about to wrestle. Who's going to get the victory? It's anybody's ball game. But I can tell you this, the match started with a very unexpected turn of events.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown. And it appears that the mystery has been revealed. Look at this. Saqib Ali hoists above his head that stolen Wrestling Showdown Championship. Kevin Williams was right. Someone did indeed take it from ringside. And it was Saqib Ali. We heard him just moments ago saying that he was wandering around at another event. And of course we saw that right here on Showdown 6 weeks ago as Ewan O'Raw hits the clothesline. And Saqib lifted the title belt from ringside and has decided to be the Wrestling Showdown champion. But of course he's not officially. But I guess he reckons that possession is 9/10 of the law. The match is here very quickly. Ewan O'Raw was in action last week, was saved from a post-match introduction to a steel chair from Looking Sharp by the returning Mike Musso. As we know, of course, Musso, Sharp and Bobby Roberts will meet in the main event of Wrestlution 14. Yes, we told you we'd be back, and we will. Saturday 16th of October in Dunfermline. So you come out and see us there, and of course check us out as we're live and unlocked. With other live events with more to be added. And O'Raw, he's the big strong man as we've seen, but he's got agility, hitting that kick, ducks under, reverse neck breaker. Saqib Ali getting a bit of a rude awakening in his first W3L match in quite a while. Since 2015 he's been appearing for W3L as O'Raw just hits him with that exploder. I think he's going to wrap this one up. Saqib Ali kicking out. I mean, Saqib Ali wrestles very regularly. He wrestles all over the UK. He is in constant demand. He's walking away, trying to break the momentum, clear his head. And O'Raw's going right after him. Oh, hold on, he's getting the fans involved. You can just see it. Ewan O'Raw has pinned back Saqib Ali's arms, and he's dragging him around ringside, asking the fans if they want to get a shot. And some of them are. Some are just gonna not want to get involved, and I don't blame them. Ali is a dangerous man. 2-time former tag team champions, 8.5 months all told for both of those reigns. And interestingly, the second of his tag team championship is he missed the leg drop. That second tag reign came at the expense of Kevin Williams. So maybe there's been long-standing animosity, who knows. Oh, and Ewan O'Raw. And again, it's like we've descended into a 1970s sitcom. And third time, it's the charm for O'Raw, but not for Saqib. He's not going to be sitting down on the return home. And the crowd wanted it, and that's exactly what they got. A beautiful judo throw by Ewan O'Raw nearly wraps this one up. Of course, you can see much more of Saqib Ali if you can go to the W3L box office. He's on some of our events on that, where you see the biggest stars, the biggest matches, and the biggest events in W3L history. And O'Raw has this match going his way. He's really upped his game over the past 12 months, refocused during the pandemic, and oh, the referee gets pulled in the way. And there's the chicanery of Saqib Ali. Nothing overcomes experience. He hits that knee and covers O'Raw, and he's got to stay in the ropes as well, and he's stolen the pin. He hit the knee, got the feet on the ropes, and O'Raw was unable to kick out, but this was Ewan O'Raw's match. He dominated the whole thing. But that shows you how cunning and how dangerous Saqib Ali is. And look, again he holds that Showdown Championship aloft. Of course, he is not the Wrestling Showdown champion. Wait a minute. Hang on, we know that music. And we know it belongs to... It's Kevin Williams. He's coming to get his belt back, and quite rightly too. Ali trying to cover up from these punches. Williams, he is ticked. He's looking at this. He's in his street clothes, not even ready to wrestle. And Saqib Ali leaves the ring. And Kevin Williams has been reunited with the Wrestling Showdown Championship. Arbus Craig Stevens, the original Craig Stevens, gives Kevin Williams the championship belt right in the face. Stevens is obviously annoyed about last week he lost to Kevin Williams. And now this is it's a 2-on-1 beating. It's 2-on-1. There's no one to help Williams. He's got no partners, he's got no allies. Craig Stevens grabs him. Oh, and jumps him right on his head. Williams is going to have his neck broken. Kevin Williams will have got a broken neck. And Stevens and Ali, they've formed an alliance, it looks like, to take out Kevin Williams. This is absolutely despicable. And down goes Williams. He's all on his own. He's got no backup, got no allies, nobody to help, and he's been left at the mercy of Craig Stevens and Saqib Ali.
The mystery has been solved. It was Saqib Ali who took the Wrestling Showdown Championship belt from ringside all those weeks ago. He's had it all this time. And of course you saw Kevin Williams finally got it back, only to be attacked by Craig Stevens. And he and Saqib Ali have gone off with the title in their possession. They are not the champion, or champions as the case would be. Kevin Williams is still officially the Wrestling Showdown champion, and he is angry. You can understand why. He is fuming, and he has demanded to get Ali and Stevens in the ring. So W3L management said, why not do it at the biggest event we've got, Wrestlution 14. So I can tell you that on Saturday, October 16th in Dunfermline, it will be a tag team contest. Saqib Ali and Craig Stevens will take on Kevin Williams and a partner of his choosing. It is going to be huge. I am told Kevin Williams is going to reveal his partner sometime during the week, so stay tuned to all of our social media platforms and you'll find out who it's going to be. I think we're also going to try and get a word with Ali and Stevens before Wrestling Showdown goes off air this week, so stay tuned for that. But this big tag team match just adds to everything we've already announced at Wrestlution. And earlier on I said that Captain Ewan Mackey was going to be part of Wrestlution. Who's he going to face? Well, I'm about to tell you. Because Mackey said that this is the first Wrestlution for a couple of years and he wants a big challenge. He wants the toughest test he can find. And who better than a former W3L Heavyweight Champion in the form of the Rock and Roll Express, Blondie Barrett. Yes, it's Mackey versus Barrett one-on-one at Wrestlution, but we know Barrett's bringing up Keith Myatt, the other half of the old school. Well, not to be outdone. Tier 0 Taylor Bryden has said that he will happily face Keith Myatt. That is 3 massive new matches to add to everything we already know about Wrestlution 14. The tag team match, Kevin Williams and a partner of his choosing, taking on Saqib Ali and Craig Stevens. Captain Ewan Mackey against Blondie Barrett. Taylor Bryden taking on Keith Myatt. They've already announced that Emily Hayden will defend the Women's Championship against Debbie Dahmer. We know that the main event, of course, is that triple threat match. It's Mike Musso defending the Heavyweight Championship against Bobby Roberts and Looking Sharp. Of course, Nathan Brown's going to make his return as well. Who's he going to face? You'll find out perhaps next week. All I'm saying, so much happening. Wrestlution's a cannot miss event, so don't. Tickets are flying out, make sure you get them. And if you are thinking, what about Grangemouth the day after? What we're going to see there? You're going to get all of the Wrestlution 14 fallout. You'll see what happened first. And I can tell you that Mike Musso, Looking Sharp and Bobby Roberts are all going to be in Grangemouth. One of them will be the heavyweight champion. But which one? If you're in Grangemouth, you'll find out. I can tell you that Mackey's going to be there. The old school are going to be there. Bryden said he'll be there. Kevin Williams will be there. So much going on. I can also tell you that Roderick Jones has said he'll be defending the Breakout Championship in Grangemouth. Who will he defend it against? If you're in Grangemouth, you're going to find out. So come along to one or ideally both of these amazing events. Tickets are flying out for both of them. Make sure you pick them up and pick up a t-shirt. Wear that in support of your favourite W3L stars. We'll get one sent out to you hopefully in time. But get a t-shirt and show support for the Worldwide Wrestling League. And of course, check out the W3L box office, where you can watch some of the biggest events in W3L history from the comfort of your own home. It's the biggest stars and the biggest matches and the biggest events in W3L, so get involved in that, that'll tide you over. You can watch the first Wrestlution, which took place in Dunfermline, the site of the 14th one. It all makes perfect sense. Go on to the W3L box office and indulge in that. You can of course pick up t-shirts, you can pick up DVDs, and more importantly, tickets to our events by hitting up our website. It's w3lwrestling.com. Sign up to the mailing list while you're there and you're making your purchases. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram. Of course, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Use that hashtag, tell us what you thought. The mystery revealed. Saqib Ali stole the title and he still got it. What about Kevin Owens? Who's his partner going to be? Who do you think? Get in touch. Let us know what you think. What match you're looking forward to at Wrestlution. Engage with us here in W3L. But before we go, as I said, we're going to try and get word with Saqib Ali and Craig Stevens. I believe our camera's caught up to them. Let's go to them, and we'll see you next week.
So W3L management have told us we've got a tag team match at Wrestlution for our Wrestling Showdown Championship. You know what, Kevin Williams? As far as we're concerned, whoever has this belt is the actual champion, mate. Alright, so it doesn't matter who you pick, we'll still be champion.
And then right after that, I'll have all the belts.